Welcome to this brief overview of VG Pecunia, also known as VGP Actuarial Consultation. What we're going to do here is we're going to show you exactly the business model of what it is and what it's not. So VG Pecunia, it's a membership-based organization that benefits you by giving rewards via tokens using actuarial science. Now, there are membership tiers, so if you decide you want to build this, you will be compensated. There's also a unique assurance pool that makes sure that you're not affected by losing wagers. It's also a time-based program. So you're going to win a certain amount times the value of your package, but that's can be paid over time. And this is an online business. So if you decide that you want a laptop lifestyle or get paid online, this is the one for you. So let's begin. We knew about this company over 3 years ago now because we did have some dealings with them in the crypto space or the digital asset space. And what we didn't know was that they were actually sports wagering. Now, we found that out about over a year ago. And when we found out, we got excited because we knew that they had an 80% win rate. The only thing was you need at least $50,000 in order to become a private member. That's why they were private membership, and they had private clientele, but you needed 50. There were some that put 100, even 200,000. We got excited back in October when we found out that they were opening it up for people who had less than 50,000. And people were talking packages of 1,000 to 100,000, but less than 50,000, we liked it. So the person who put this together, he's the chief marketing officer. He's got many developers with him. His name is Mr. Benjamin Huang, and they had a summit in Bangkok to share with people how they use actuarial science in order to have a win rate of 80%. And what they found out is, first off, actuarial science applies rigorous mathematics to assess and analyze uncertainty. And I like to add to that it pretty much figures out the most probable outcome of any given scenarios. And you'll see this in banking, and you also see this in insurance, in the insurance industry. And what they found is that they have a system now for sports betting, and the system combines with artificial intelligence, data science, algorithms, cutting-edge software analytics, blockchain, and most importantly, experienced, well-qualified professionals to generate attractive returns. Now, how actuarial science applies to sports betting is not very simple. We're looking at 5 different pillars here of behavior, game strategy, statistics, network, and pattern. This is just the tip of the iceberg because you can take any one of these columns, let's say, for example, game strategy, and break it down even further of which star players are playing, the league position, individual awards, pre-match news, and it goes even further than that. There's many layers to it. Then you can tack on the statistics. Which referee is refereeing? What's the weather conditions like? How do teams perform? Who is first to kick off? So all of these pillars here is just a small indication or a comprehensive system to what the company does. And once they've gathered all their stats on thousands of bets, they give these bets a score. And if that score adds up to 70 or more, then that's one of the bets they're going to use for the week. And just to let you know, we know the weekly results from last week. So last week, they actually took 49 matches, and each one of these 49 matches scored 70 or more. And this is why you're seeing an 83.7% win rate. Now, what I noticed is that they're cherry picking. In other words, they're picking the ones that are most winnable. So I've noticed a lot of 0.8s and 0.9s. And what that means is that if you bet $100, you're going to win 0.8%, which is $80 plus your $100 back. So they do have a high win rate, and that's how they use their actuarial science. So why apply the VG Sport program to sports betting? Well, first off, it's one of the fastest growing industries worldwide. And I'll show you how big that number is. We also have the first mover advantage. The market still doesn't have a program that takes a systematic approach towards computing odds and probabilities in sports betting that is available to the average person. We've got that. And thirdly, sports betting has one of the highest potential to generate the largest profit amongst all other industries. That's right. You're not seeing anything out of it. It's a $3 trillion industry if you include all the unregulated platforms. Now, this market is expected to see further growth at a compounded rate of 10.1% over the next 10 years. It's huge. And this is why many companies, the Betway, for example, you probably heard of them, Bet365, the Stars Group, these are billion-dollar industries, billion-dollar companies, sorry. And all the VGP is doing is becoming one of them, but using the affiliate market. Okay, using the affiliate market, and then what they're going to do is have many people who never would have made a wager. Now they can do that through VGP. So people ask me all the time, but are they really betting live? And yes, they are, because they pick the bets live before the matches start or during the match, which is great, because if you actually place a bet during the match, you just increase your odds. In this case here, like I said earlier, 0.85, 0.8, will be in your back office, and you're going to see a red or green light say that it's live. So you can actually Google the game, and you can follow the game on TV or on Google. Now, the other thing to do is in your back office, they will give you a report afterwards, whether you won, you draw, you win, or you draw, and take a look at that. 0.87, 0.8, 0.82, 0.8, 0.87. That goes to show you that they're actually picking the ones that have the best chance of winning, even though it's a little bit. Why? Because it's all about time. They're going to keep betting, and you're going to keep accumulating until you've earned 3, 4, or 5 times the value of your package. And they've got you covered in the beginning with a live bet. They also cover you in the very end with a monthly report sharing how they did with the wins, with the win rates. And so far, for the month of April, it was a 71.9% win rate, which is great. Now, the packages, like I said, they've allowed people who have less than $50,000 to participate. So in order to participate in these games, you need to have a package. And these packages range from 1,000 to 100,000. The 1,000, once you earn 2 times the value of that package, okay, which is 2,000, they stop the betting. The 3,000 and 10,000, once you earn 3 times the value, they stop. And then the 30,000 and 100,000, once you've earned 4 times the value of that, then they stop. Okay. Now they have a 10% deal going on, where if you add 10% to the package value, you're going to earn an extra time. So in the case of the 1,000, you're going to earn 3 times instead. The 3 and 10,000, you're going to earn 4 times, and the 30 and 100,000, you're going to earn 5 times. So if you add 10,000 or 10% to the $100,000 package, you're going to earn 500,000 instead of 400,000. Now, here's a system, and this system is brilliant. Very good at risk management here. The system is simply, they're going to wager 10% of your total package value weekly. So that 10% can be in the form of 1 bet, 2 bets, 5 bets, as long as the entire is worth 10%, and they do that once a week. And here's where they distribute the numbers. 50% of a winning bet goes to the member, 30% goes to the assurance reserve, and 20% goes to the rewards plan. Now, here's what happens when an outcome is successful. Regardless of the package you purchase, once you've earned 2, 3, 4, or 5 times the value of your package, that's a successful outcome, and it stops. Okay? But an outcome that's unsuccessful means that during that week, you lost. And that's okay. We don't worry about losses, because the following week, there's going to be another wager. So in that outcome, if it's unsuccessful during that week, that's okay, because it's covered by the assurance mechanism. So we never worry about losses. If anything, the only thing you've lost is time. But this isn't a 100-meter dash. This is a marathon where everyone will win 2, 3, or 4 or 5 times the value of their package before they stop the betting and you have to get another package. So what happens in the case of an unsuccessful outcome? Well, this is where the assurance mechanism comes into play. The assurance mechanism right now, or at the time of this call, was a little over $1.6 million. So anytime there's a loss, that's okay. The company takes it from the assurance pool. And this is always growing. Assurance pool is always growing. So here's an example of a passive member. And this passive member bought the $10,000 package with the 10%, so 11,000. And this person has won approximately 8,000 DCs in the first 3 months. So for those of you asking, 1 DC equals 1 USDT. We have another passive member here who also has an $11,000 package, and they won approximately 6,000 DCs in the first 3 months. So can you do this passively? It's a resounding yes. You don't have to talk to anyone if you want to keep it passive. So go ahead. If you want to be passive, you can do that here. Now, if you decide you want to build this, the company will reward you. And it pays a lot more than anyone who's passive. So there's 6 ways to earn. You've got the assured wagers, the direct sponsorship, the unilevel matching downline, the ranking tier, and the loyalty bonus pool. Now, number 6 we have coming soon. The reason why it's coming soon is because it happens every month or two, where they have an incredible promotion that pretty much pays most of, really a big percentage of what you're going to earn from everything in this company. And we're probably going to have that promotion for this month after this presentation. So always look for that, because the bulk of the money is in building, but you can also build it passively. So let's start with the first one. So anytime that you invite someone, you're going to earn 3% of the package value that they purchase. If they bring somebody else in and they sponsor someone, you're going to earn 2% of the person that they brought in. The third level pays 1%, the fourth level 2%, the fifth level pays 2%, and level 6 to 10 pays 1%, providing you have a $100,000 package for level 6 to 10. Now, this is where you receive a share in all winning bets from your team. In order to unlock this, you need to have 1 member sponsored for level 1. You need to sponsor 2 for level 2. You need to sponsor 3 for level 3. You need to sponsor 4 for level 4, and need to sponsor 5 for level 5. And there's your maximum. But you can have more than 5. But in order to max out the comp plan and earn up to 5 levels, you need to sponsor 5 members. In order to earn up to 10 levels, you need to sponsor 5 members, but you need to hold a $10,000 or $30,000 package. In order to earn up to level 15, now you have to hold a $100,000 package, but also sponsor 5 people. So here's how it works. Anyone who wins on your first 3 levels, you're going to earn 2% of the entire amount. So if somebody wins $100,000, you're going to earn $2,000. If somebody wins, let's say, $50,000, you're going to earn $1,000. So that's how this works here. Every time somebody wins, you're going to earn 2% on your 1 to 3 level, 1% on level 4 to 5, 1% on level 6 to 10, and 0.4% on level 11 to 15. Now, for those of you who really want to make it to the top, then what you're looking for, rank 1, because rank 1 means that you have now a total sales volume of 500,000. And once you reach that first pinnacle, you're going to earn 2% on top of these numbers here. So once you hit rank 1, you're going to earn 4% on your level 1 to 3. You're going to earn 3% on level 4 to 5, et cetera, just add 2%. Now, once you become rank 3, which is the top rank, you're going to earn 5% on top of these numbers, and it's a whopping amount. Because if that person who won 100,000, you're going to win 7%. So $7,000 on that $100,000 win, which is incredible. These numbers become very, like, check this out, level 11 to 15, you're going to earn 5.4%, which is ridiculous. Just very, very lucrative and generous of the company. Now, the final bonus is made up of that 10% I shared in the very beginning. So if you add 10% to any of the packages, you're going to earn an extra amount. So for example, if somebody added $10,000 to the $100,000 package, instead of earning 400,000, they're going to earn 500,000. But that $10,000 that they added is part of this rewards plan. So you'll earn anywhere from 30 to 100% of that $10,000 they put on top. That's right. That 10% goes to a whole new bonus and rewards plan, which is fantastic. Now, these are examples of members in the last 4 months who have earned because they were active. And we're talking a significant amount. And I would venture to say that a lot of this was earned because they took advantage of the promotion. So this member had a $10,000 package and also added 10%. So they earned 39,000 DCs in the first 3 months, and they actually had to top up with another 11,000 because they already capped it. In other words, their 10,000 already made 40,000. Okay, and this is in the span of the very first 3.5 months, which is incredible. Now, this member here also had a $10,000 package plus 10%, and they earned 11,000 DCs earned the first 3 months. Now, so what I'm trying to show here is that everyone is different. This isn't a 100-meter race. Everyone's going to earn that in the first 3, 5, 7, even if it's a year. Okay, they will earn that much, which is fantastic. Now, in order to participate, you'll need Tether. The great thing about Tether, if you've been following the market, is that it's a stable coin, so it's not affected by the volatility of the market. And just last week, last week and a half, there was a major crash. But we're not affected because we have a stable coin, which is always equal to 1 USD. Okay, now in order to withdraw, the games are processed on the weekend. Withdrawal are processed on Sunday noon, and payday is on Wednesday. So if you want to make a withdrawal, make sure you do that on the Saturday so you don't miss the Sunday deadline, because if you do and people have, then you don't get paid until the following Wednesday, not the next Wednesday. So make sure you get that withdrawal request in on the Saturday. And it's tether in and tether out. Okay, so the highlights. So the company specializes in actuarial science for sports betting, namely soccer. Why? Because it's not a seasonal sport, and there's thousands of bets that can be made during the week. Also, there's a proven track record with this company for over 3 years now, and it's been 80% from day one. They didn't build up to it. It's been always around 80% since day one. And in this space, there's exponential growth of a $3 trillion industry. That's if you include the underground matches, okay? And it's projected to grow by 10% compounded over the next 10 years, which is huge. This isn't going anywhere, folks. It's still going to be around. We also have an insurance reserve. And this is great because then no one will lose from losing bets. It's covered. You don't worry about that. Because mostly we find that most people do not bet because of the fear of loss. In this case, we don't worry about losses. Next, we have a real revenue. And we like this because we know exactly where it's coming from. We know that when a bet is made, money is entered. When a bet is won, money is paid out. There's your real revenue. And we can withdraw weekly. There's no recruitment required, so you can do this as passively or as actively as you want. All right, how to get started? Get back to the person who invited you and get their referral code, because you're going to decide on the package. You gather your USDT and then watch any of our 2-minute videos to complete the sign up, or if you need help, ask your inviter to walk you through the steps. And lastly, if you join by this Saturday, 11 a.m., you'll be part of this week's betting cycle. So thank you for watching, guys. We look forward to seeing you at the very top. And join us in the winning circle. Join us in the winning circle. This is safe. We love it. We're super excited where it's going to go, and ask your inviter or your team leaders where the next summit's going to be held, because they want to share with you. They want people to win. When you win, they win, and we all win. So thank you, and we will see you again.